I'm Lauren Taylor. These are the headlines on Al Jazeera. France's President Sarkozy is facing fierce opposition to the pension reforms he says are vital for the country's economy. 5 days of strikes have caused fuel shortages, grounded flights and left rubbish piled up on the streets. And today's mass protests in cities across France drew hundreds of thousands of people to demonstrate. Jackie Rowland has more from Paris.
The unions say that they will take this fight to the end. They've got a two-pronged approach. First of all, these demonstrations, which are taking place maybe even twice a week now, and also the strike action, which is spreading to different unions, affecting oil refineries already, could be affecting truck drivers. That means deliveries of food to shops, other supplies in the coming week. It does look as though it's getting more serious. The unions say that they will fight to the end. They will force the law to be amended. So it really does seem to be a test of strength, a battle of wills at the moment between the government and the trades unions.
Sudan's army says there's no need for the United Nations to send peacekeepers to protect the north-south border during January's referendum. On Friday, the UN said it wanted troops there in case of any violence, but Khartoum army officials say the suggestion is a display of either ignorance or interference. Harun Mutasa is in the southern city of Juba, where preparations for the poll are already underway.
There is a fear that if this referendum is delayed or isn't handled properly, it could lead to conflict, particularly in the contested region of Abyei. People here further down in the south who've lived through decades of civil war, some of them fled to countries like Congo and Uganda to get away, who've now come back looking for peace, don't want the referendum result or the process leading up to the referendum to be violent. They're full of hope. They're rebuilding their homes, as you can see. They hope their leaders can put aside their differences, work together as one country for now and wait for the outcome of this referendum. If the South decides to split from the North and form an independent country, they hope that both sides will accept the result, whatever it may be, and they can carry on rebuilding their lives as best as they can.
There are concerns that Pakistan's flood victims face further hardship as winter approaches. Residents of the Swat Valley, who were cut off for weeks by the floods, now fear being isolated again without enough food and supplies. Medical aid has been the only thing to get through to some of the most isolated areas. Don't forget, you can watch Al Jazeera online. Head to our website, aljazeera.net/English, and click on the Watch Now icon. Those are the headlines on Al Jazeera. I'm Lauren Taylor. That's it from me. Bye-bye.